This thing's pretty sweet looking, guys. Definitely check it out. This all-wheel drive, that's really sweet. This is just a good looking Truggy. I'm excited to bash it. What's up, guys? I'm unboxing the Haiboxing 18872. This is a brand new RC truck from Haiboxing. It's a 1/18 scale. Unfortunately, it is raining and I have to wait until the weekend to drive this, but we're going to take an in-depth look at it. So let's dig into it. Okay, so this is the S truck, the Haiboxing 18872. Comes with full ball bearings, brush motor. This says it has durable gears and a splash waterproof electronics. Right off the bat, I really like what I see here. We're gonna do a deep dive, but this looks nice. You have this nice skid plate, right? That's the palm of my hand. So not super huge, but a good size. Nice bouncy friction shocks, but I kind of expected that. This is not a high-end Haiboxing. It is their entry level. You have a spoiler that you have to attach. Looks pretty easy, couple screws. You do get the nice newer remote. I've seen that they were doing some testing with this on the 18858 and 59. Now this makes more sense. So of course you have steering reverse. Not sure what speed is, but I'm assuming that's throttle reverse, steering trim, steering dual rate. Then you have A and B buttons as well. You know, it's a good for one-handed steering. It looks pretty cool. Let's see what's inside. Looks like 2 AA's. You know, I have my remote for my Haiboxing 2197, and when I look at the two of them, so when I look at the two side by side, I definitely prefer the new one. This older style feels pretty cheap. It's not as nice, and I mean, it works, it does the trick, but this new one looks much nicer to me. So when I'm talking size, you know, it looks pretty wide, and I like that because it should help with flipping. That has me excited. We've got, ooh, look at that. Hard case LiPo. 850C battery with your little charger in there. Couple spare parts, spare differential cups. Interesting. Of course, you get your manual, and it feels, oh, there it is. I was like, it feels pretty thick for some reason. Battery safety, some warranty stuff, and just some advertisements and some stickers. Pretty in-depth manual. Some nice pictures there talking about binding the remote, etc. And as the exploded parts, exploded overhead, and a parts list in the back. Very cool. We're gonna take this body off real quick. So you do just get the pull tab clips. I kind of wish it had the clip retainers, but it's better than just regular. Ooh, we got lights. I didn't even realize that. So we've got some lights connected. Be careful because they're pre-connected. You get your brush motor with a heat sink. You have, let's see here, pretty good looking size servo. It is a 3-wire servo, 2-in-1 ESC and receiver combo. Your battery tray. Looks like, you know, those look like nice shocks. I don't know if you can fill them with your own oil. I'm assuming no, but it looks pretty cool. We've got some nice looking arms. You know, they're not super flexible, but they're not super rigid either. They're like somewhere in between. So I like that. Steering arms, same thing. There's some give, but not too rigid. It looks like we have full metal CVDs or dog bones, plastic in the rear. Kind of sounds like metal gearing. Yeah, I think that's metal gearing. It's hard to tell. It's such a small little car that those gears inside are pretty tiny. But I'm pretty positive it's metal gearing. Let's see. Underneath, you know, kind of like this. It looks pretty aggressive, right? Master the track. It's got some cool little designs in here. I don't know if that will do anything durability wise, but it looks pretty cool. Vented tires, so that's always nice to see. Let's look at this battery tray. Can I fit any other batteries in here? Probably not. Oh, it is a honeycomb style chassis, so that's good to see. I did not know that. So here I have an older style of the Haiboxing, the 850 milliamp. And it honestly looks to be about the same size. So I'm kind of impressed here that they got the hard case. You know, maybe it's a little smaller because that fit pretty well. Here's a 3S lipo. I grabbed this Ovonic one. It is the right width, but it's too long. I mean, I kind of saw that coming. I just wanted to test it. There's a good chance I will strap a 3S lipo on here at some point. Might not be recommended, but you know, we got to test these pretty well. I really do like the hard case lipo. I'm curious to see if the performance is any different than the stock one. So I'll be doing a comparison once I am able to drive these. I do like that it has these little foams on the body post, right? That's a nice touch. I mean, first impressions, this is a really cool looking 1/18 scale. I love that it has the skid plate, but it sucks that you have to undo these screws to, you know, peel that plastic off. And with those decals, you want to peel the plastic off. So that's kind of a bummer. I mean, I get it, but it's just one extra thing you got to do here, right? You know, I'm not going to lie. This screwdriver seems a lot nicer than a lot of the screwdrivers I receive with these cheaper Amazon type brand RC cars. I'm talking about like Hosim, DRC, Legendary, Bezgar. This seems like a much nicer screwdriver. Part of me wonders if it is a true Phillips or if it is JIS or Japanese Industry Standard, I want to say it stands for. Or Industrial Standard, something like that. But, you know, this works pretty well with these, so that's always a plus. Now, of course, that is nice and straight. Oh no. Didn't notice that about the light bar being an issue, but it just kind of floats there. Did not realize that before. Oh well, so I'm going to peel this off. Oh yeah, that's nice and shiny. That looks nice. And then we're gonna pop this back on. Yeah, that light bar. Look at that. It's all out of whack. I don't know. I'll have to fix that at some point. It's not like I really do much with the light bars anyways, most of the time. And then to get this spoiler on, I just need a couple screws. So I don't know if you could see this or not, but it doesn't really line up right. I guess there is some flex with the spoiler mount, so you might have to bend it to get it to line up right, because I had to with mine. I don't love that, but hey, it works. All right, honestly, this thing looks really sweet. I'm gonna throw some of these on here. Let's go with the old S truck decal on the sides. Nothing too fancy up in here, but you know, gotta make it look good. I think it adds to it. That's funny. One of the this decal right here, no wimps. That's funny. That's definitely got to go on there. We got this off-road one. Boom. No wimps. Where's no wimps going? Right here looks good. No wimps. Got number 18 racing. It's kind of cool that Haiboxing gives you the decals for you to do it how you want, if you want to. That is, you know, you don't have to do that to your RC, but they include them for you if you want to spice it up a little bit. Come on. There we go. Couldn't peel that one. Okay, that one's pretty good. I honestly think it looks really good with these decals on here. It looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I'm super excited to drive this thing. Now, that's good for decals for me. Quick size comparison next to the 2197. So they are about the same wheelbase, I guess, but if you look underneath, you have a much wider chassis, right? Obviously, little tiny tires, tiny shocks on here, but it's a pretty, I would say it makes it scale. It's true to size, with it being 1/18 car versus 1/18 Truggy. I do think we're gonna need to put some oil-filled chocks on this. And I think I'm gonna make it brushless. But as of right now, we're gonna see how things go. It looks like a really cool little Truggy. I just gotta fix this light bar, man. I don't know what happened to it, if I did something wrong, but that light bar is not it. You know, it has the standard Haiboxing where you screw in the wheel nuts. Not a huge fan of that. I wasn't expecting them to change it, you know? But yeah, we're gonna take it out this weekend, do a speed run or two, and see how she does. So stay tuned for that, guys.